I was 9 years old when I took the first step to play the violin. I'm Subeen Shim, and I just performed Bach Partita No. 2 Jig, representing my childhood dream. Bach Partita No. 2 Jig is one of the pieces that makes me feel powerful, but at the same time, it reminds me of my vulnerability. How would you feel if it seemed as if you were the only one left out in the family because to you it seemed the two parents were only focused on one sibling? How would you deal with all the emotions rising inside you? I was only 9 years old, too immature to understand that my 7 years older high schooler brother received a greater proportion of support than me. I aspire to be like my brother. He's a great leader, musician, and friend. But I guess my 9-year-old self didn't exactly love him as much. When I was 9, he was 16. He took that big step of being a high schooler, preparing for university, and I understood in my head that it was absolutely necessary for him to receive excessive support from mom and dad, but my feelings didn't cooperate with me. I'm used to calling for mom instead of dad because my dad was mostly at work. So I would call for mom. But because of that limitation in my parents' responses, I could only filter Subeen later, or Subeen, now's not the right time, out of the many responses, because those were the moments I've been dismissed and denied. However, I was exposed to so many other support and love from my family. Therefore, that even confused me more whether I was really valued in the community. Family, I thought was meant to make me feel like I really, truly belonged. But back then, I didn't exactly feel like it. And I really wanted to get a grip of that feeling. I was searching for that special sense of belonging for a while. I didn't want to overthink if I wasn't good enough, or if I was even valued in the community of my family. So that's when I picked up the violin on the 25th of December as a Christmas gift. But little did I know, it was more than just a Christmas gift. When I first just started playing the violin, I really loved going to the academy back where I lived in Seoul, Korea. It was just a small academy where I met all of my friends that I still contact today. I spent at least about 7 to 8 hours in that small academy, just hanging out with my friends and making music with a lot of people. I loved it so much that I spent almost all my time besides school playing the violin. My friends and I argued about the stupidest things ever. We argued who practiced longer or who arrived at the academy earlier, as if those little things determined our skills. But even though it's just like those little memories, I enjoyed them so much and they're so precious and dear to me that I still contact them today, and we still sometimes argue about the same topics we argued 5 years ago. After spending those times for about a year or so, my violin teacher got me and 3 other students tickets to an orchestra concert performed by the Gwangjin Youth Orchestra one of her students was cheering for. We all went to watch the concert, and after the performance, I wanted to watch it again. And that's when I knew I wanted to become a musician who brought color into people's lives. I started practicing even harder. So hard, until the day my violin teacher got me an opportunity to audition for the Gwangjin Youth Orchestra, the same orchestra I watched perform about a week ago on that bright and sparkling stage. I started practicing even harder than I did before. And when it finally came to the audition day, I was so excited. But the moment I walked in the door, I was quite disappointed. The way people looked at me, as if, what could a 4th grader bring to this orchestra? She's so small, what can she bring? I could just see those thoughts on their faces, and I wanted to prove that age and how we look doesn't really define our skills. And that's what I did the moment I played the first note. I don't solely play the violin just because I love the instrument, but it's all the precious memories and people I met through my journey that made me feel like I belonged. It was like my family. It was always there for me, no matter what happened. Whether I was sad, happy, angry, it was always there for me. Then it didn't really matter to me if that sense of belonging was from an achievement or not. Because that sense of belonging was what I opened on the 25th of December as a gift. This sense of belonging has allowed me to be shaped as a person by owning that process. Because I owned the process, and because I took it to heart, I could become who I am today, standing on this stage. And it was not easy. Many people believe that a sense of belonging comes from big chunks of achievements, and that's not wrong. Big achievements can give you an instant feel of belonging. But there's something more valuable than that. And it's those little decisions we make every day, consistently. Why did you come to this TEDx? Why did you decide to practice your instrument today? Why? These little decisions you make every day are rising, piling up, stacking up day by day. And in between those piles are our emotions, realizations, feelings, achievements, and finally, us. This sense of belonging can go to everybody. But this is just what I chose to do. The thing is that many other people in this world can choose the same path as me. And many others are so gifted and so talented that they might be better than me. But it's not just those talents and gifts that they have, because at the end, the only thing that matters is what you feel. Are all of those experiences the same? No. It's because each individual makes different decisions, influenced by different factors. This is only my story, and belonging can be expressed in absolutely anything. You just have to find the right one, and you will know which one's the right one. Thank you.